Glenn said, I know high school football is special, and I know you coaches are in y'all season right now, so congratulations to you. I know kind of pulling double duty is tough, so just want to congratulate y'all, congratulate the players as the announcements are made, and good luck to you, and look forward to the upcoming All-Star games. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin. Next is the Executive Director of the Mississippi Association of Coaches, Johnny Mims.
Good morning, everyone. Glad everyone made it. What an exciting moment here for our Coaches Association, not only to talk about how well our coaches are, how good they are in the state, but also the players and the players that we have that's going to represent Mississippi in both the Mississippi-Alabama game and the Bernard-Blackwell game. What a great talent we have in the state, and we love to showcase it each and every year. Again, I want to take this time to thank my coaches that are here, thank the coaches that are listening to us now as we go live. What a tremendous job y'all do, and just can't say enough about the job that y'all do throughout the state. The countless number of hours that you spend away from home, your loved ones, your own kids back home, and all the time you spend with someone else's young man here to help mold them not only into a great football player, but to a great, just a great individual. So I want to say thank you to our coaches in the state of Mississippi. Again, I want to thank the MHSAA and Ricky Neves, the executive director, and his staff for what they do here, the support they give us to be able to carry on the tradition of this ball game. As y'all well know, this is the longest intrastate between Mississippi and Alabama, the longest consecutive intrastate all-star game in the United States right now. So we take a lot of pride in that, both states. And I've had a lot of good players that have sat right where you sat, you players that have sat right where you sat, that you turn it on TV on Sunday and you're watching them in the NFL now. So what a tremendous honor it is in what we can say about what we do. So at this time, I just want to say thank you to everyone for attending, and hope every coach has a good year.
Thank you, Johnny. For our prayer today, we would like to invite the Assistant Director of the Mississippi High School Activities Association, Greg Freeman.
Good morning and welcome. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for today. Thank you for the many blessings that you give us. I pray that you will continue to bless our players and coaches for what they mean to our communities and our schools and our state. I pray that you'll be with the coaches that are selecting these young men, that you will give them the wisdom that they need. Give us safe travels back home. Forgive us for our sins. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Greg. And now comments from the chairman of the Mississippi Association of Coaches Football Committee, Richard Russo.
Good morning. On behalf of the football committee, we want to welcome everyone. Welcome to the media, coaches, and the players representing your schools. Truly an honor. And for the people all across the state and nation watching on the web. Thank you to Johnny, Sarah, and Lindsay for all you do at the MAC. Thank you to Coach Neves and the MHSAA staff for all you guys do. So much goes unnoticed behind the scenes. I want to thank the coaching staffs of the Miss Al, Bernard Blackwell, North and South teams. Guys, these coaches have spent time away from their families and their own teams to watch countless hours of films, meetings, and Zoom meetings to select the best possible people for our state. No pressure, Coach Cutcliffe, bring the trophy home. We want to thank Mr. Glenn Waddle for donating his time to this event. And I would be remiss if we didn't say To Madison Central, Germantown, Brandon, and Raleigh, who have suffered losses this season, the MAC Football Committee's prayers are with you. A lot of players across the state are all-star worthy when not selected. So if you're selected today across the state, what a tremendous honor. Go out and represent your family, your school, and your community with pride. There's a lot of strict rules and regulations that limit the coaches on how they can select. So they've done the best job possible. Thank you to the 3 head coaches and your staffs.
Next, we'd like to invite to speak to you the Executive Director of the Mississippi High School Activities Association, celebrating the 100th year of the MHSAA, Executive Director Ricky Neves.
Thank you, Glenn. Congratulations to everyone here today, all you coaches. I know what you sacrificed both in your personal life and professional life to do what you do. To your athletes, when everyone else is out maybe fishing or doing whatever, you're probably in the training room working out and doing those things. Glenn mentioned we're 100 years old today, and I would like to say that the All-Stars that represent our state, both in the Missile and in the senior All-Star games that we have, you're representing one of the most talented football states in the nation. If you look at per capita, Mississippi produces more pro football players, college football players than any other state per capita. So you are the elite of the elite in our state, but also the nation. Coach Russo mentioned also, conduct yourselves. There are a lot of rules you have to follow. They're rules you follow in your everyday life. So make sure you represent yourself, your family, your school, and this state well in all of these events, and I know you will. I feel confident in that, and even more confident that this year when we come back from the game, we will be bringing the Alabama trophy back with us. And it is called the Missile game, not the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game, because Mississippi comes before Alabama and everything. Just go look at the stats. So congratulations to you. Appreciate Johnny involving us in this. Can't say enough about how much we appreciate the jobs the coaches do throughout the year, not only in this sport, but in every sport. And it's an honor and a pleasure to have you here today and for you to represent this association, the Coaches Association, but more importantly, again, yourself, your family, and your state in these All-Star games. Thank you.
Thank you, Ricky. We'll now bring up Executive Director of the MAC, Johnny Mims, who's going to bring up the head coaches of the respected squads, who will make their announcements of their rosters for the Miss Al game and the Bernard Blackwell game.
Thank you, Glenn. Before I go any further, I want to say a special recognition. I see some folks out there that's always supported the MAC. Again, this is my 22nd year here, and can't say enough about a guy like Junior Graham, still supports us, did coach in this ball game, and what a tremendous asset he is to him. I see Coach Shramick out there coached in this ball game too, and I'm sure I don't want to leave anybody out that's out there, but just saw those faces and want to say again how much it means to our association for the support that y'all continue to give us and the coaches in the state of Mississippi. At this time, I want to bring up the head coach that was selected for the Mississippi-Alabama game. This guy is a tremendous guy. He's a football guy. He was born football. I think he had a football in his hand when he was in his crib. He's got the bloodline of a football coach. He has met all the criteria that it takes to be the head football coach. Everybody talks about what kind of a football coach he is. I like to talk about what kind of a person he is, what kind of a Christian guy he is, what kind of a family man he is, and the values that he has. And I know he just got that. He got that from his mother and daddy, and I just want to say how much that means to me. But at this time, I want to bring up the head coach for the Mississippi-Alabama All-Star game, Coach Chris Cutcliffe from Oxford.
First of all, just this is a tremendous honor to be the head coach in the Miss Out game. Johnny mentioned earlier all the great players that have been a part of this game, but so many great coaches that I've looked up to, through my career that have coached in this game. And so, tremendous honor to represent Mississippi, and something I know that the coaching staff takes extremely seriously, and I know our players will take very seriously, the opportunity to represent our state. Big thank you to Mr. Neves and the MHSAA for their support. I think it's proud to be a part of the MHSAA. If you look nationally, I think we have a forward-thinking, really outstanding state association that does a tremendous job, and I think is admired across the country when you talk to people. So really proud to be a part of that. Mr. Mims and the MAC, man, and again, just an outstanding organization that I'm proud to be associated with. Our coaching staff in this game, it's been an awesome experience for me getting to know some of these guys. Some of them I've had the honor to coach against. Sometimes that hasn't gone so well, which I think is maybe a good indication of some of the coaches that we have on our staff. But definitely been honored to coach against some of these guys, and some guys I didn't know that well before we started this process. But this group has been extremely impressive. Their attention to detail, their dedication to doing this on top of preparing their teams. And that is a lot to ask of a coach. So I'm very appreciative of them and all the work that they've done to get ready. So I'm going to bring these guys up one at a time, and they're going to introduce their position group. So we'll start with our defensive coordinator and inside linebackers coach, Judd Boswell.
Good morning. Good morning, guys. Hope you understand the honor it is for you guys to be chosen. All of you guys that were chosen, you were chosen for a reason. Just understand that, guys, this is a tremendous honor. It's a tremendous honor for all of us to, number one, to get to be around some of the best players in the state of Mississippi. Number two, to build relationships. And relationships are going to be the most important thing. And I hope you can take that out of this ball game, guys. And then the number one thing is to beat Alabama, and that's fixing to happen. I'm going to call out the guys that we chose for inside linebacker. First up, Suntarian Perkins from Raleigh High School, Alex Sanford from Oxford High School, Najadis Holloway from Starkville High School, and Jordan Gowdy, West Lauderdale High School. They're good? Yep. Hey, guys. Congratulations.
All right, next up we will have Coach Toby Collins. He's coaching running backs and tight ends.
Good morning. I'd like to echo everything that's been said already. Thank you to the MHSA, the MAC, for the job that they do for our coaches in this state, our players in the state. Congratulations to you young men that were chosen. Your coaches nominated you, your high school coaches nominated you, and they did that not just on ability but also character, and that means a lot. So, and most of you are going to get a chance to play college football somewhere next year, so congratulations on that, but also congratulations on the honor for being selected to this game, because it means a lot to a lot of people. And you'll know that once you get down there, you'll see the number of high school coaches that are there watching practice, and they're at the game, and they're going to be judging us for what we do, for the plays we call and all that kind of stuff, just like we get judged on Friday nights. But congratulations to you guys, and I know that we're going to have a good time this week. But I get the honor, and let me say this before I announce who we took running backs. A ton of good players in this state, just like it's been said already, but we can only take a selected few. So the ones that are chosen for this game, obviously from all over the state, and then the north-south would announce theirs later. But a lot of good players, but I get the honor of coaching running backs and tight ends, and tough job to choose this year because there's a ton of good ones in the state. But at running back, we chose Isaac Smith from Itawamba Agricultural High School, 6'2", 210 running back. Clint Hoots is his head coach. J.Q. Gray from Oak Grove, 5'9", 170. Drew Causey is the head coach. Dante Dowdle from Picayune, 6'2", 215. Cody Stogner is his head coach. And then get the honor of taking one of my guys at tight end, Jake Norris, Madison Central, 6'2", 220. So once again, congratulations to the coaches. Look forward to the week. Congratulations to the kids. Look forward to getting to know you guys, and let's go beat Alabama. Thank you.
All right, our next coach that we'll bring up is going to be coaching the offensive line from Meridian High School, Coach John Douglas.
Good morning. In agreement with everybody up here, I want to say how honored I am to be on this staff. I want to thank MHSAA, MAC for everything they do for this game and for all the high school sports and activities that go on in this state. As Coach Cutcliffe said, I'm going to be the offensive line coach for the Mississippi team this year. Everybody has talked about what a difficult job it is to select. There's so many good players in the state, and it was a tough job. And getting it down to the number that they asked us to was a tough task. But the following players will be playing on the offensive line in the Mississippi-Alabama All-Star game this year. From Brandon High School, Luke Rogers. From Brookhaven High School, Amari Smith. From Gulfport High School, Ladarius Jordan. From Holmes County Central, Dequarius White. From Laurel High School, Malachi Breland. From Pascagoula High School, Jeremy Flora. And from Tupelo High School, Isaiah Alexander. I look forward to getting to know all 8 of these young men, a great deal. Excited about the coaching staff and the opportunity, and let's go beat Alabama. I apologize. I'm assuming, what's your name? Yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, I was just informed that I skipped over your name. I was complaining earlier about not having my glasses. This is written very small or typed very small. I don't know what size font they used here, but I apologize. Griffin Birch from Clinton High School, certainly excited to have him as part of the team as well.
Our next coaching our defensive backs from Biloxi High School, Coach Catlin French.
All right, just like all these other coaches have said, I want to thank the MHSAA and the MAC and Coach Cutcliffe for this opportunity. The DBs in the Miss-Al All-Star game are as followed. Jalen Abram from Oak Grove, 6'2", 190, coached by Drew Causey. Christavius Saver from Louisville, 6 foot, 185, coached by Tyrone Shorter. Quindarius Jones from Meridian, 6'4", 200, coached by John Douglas. John Slaughter from South Haven, 6'2", 195, coached by John Stevenson. Let's see. I'm also on the small font. Caleb Fleming from Vicksburg, 6'3", 185, DB, coached by Todd McDaniel. And J.D. Kelly, Vicksburg, 6'1", 185, also coached by Todd McDaniel. And again, this is a really good group of DBs, and I'm excited to coach you guys. And for all the guys that weren't selected, at the end of the day, we coached a guy at Biloxi High School that's in the NFL right now, didn't play in this game. So again, just make sure you're playing hard and keep playing hard the rest of your career, and good luck to you guys.
All right, our next coach we'll bring up is our outside linebackers coach from Moss Point High School, Coach Gene Harmon.
All right, good morning, everyone. I just want to say it is an honor and a privilege to be coaching the outside linebackers in this game. I had the privilege of playing in this game in 1991 as an outside linebacker, so I understand where you guys are at. Also, I'd like to thank the Mississippi High School Activity Association and the Mississippi Association of Coaches for selecting me to be a part of this Mississippi-Alabama game again. Also had the privilege of playing in the North-South game, but it was the 1-2-3A against the 4-5A back then. So I've had the honor of coaching in both games, and now I get to coach in this one as well. For the outside linebackers, we got Ty Jones from Bay Springs, coached by Coach Dan Brady. Tobias Hinton from Hattiesburg High School, coached by Tony Vance. Motrell Chapman from South Panola High School, coached by Brooks Oakley. And then we have Chris Rogers from Corinth High School, coached by Coach Justin Dye. Again, thank y'all.
All right, up next, from Vicksburg High School, coaching our defensive line, Coach Todd McDaniel.
It's definitely an honor to be a part of this prestigious game. I would like to thank the association and the MAC for putting this game on every single year. It's a wonderful feat for every kid that makes the
They've put in to be able to select their teams. Can't enough be said about them to be able to make these games what they are. At this time, we're going to roll over into our next game. The following week, we play what we call a Bernard Blackwell All-Star game, and that's all All-Stars are seniors. We had over 550 nominations this year to choose All-Stars, and to be chosen as one of the 40 shows you right now what these coaches and what you've done out in your respective communities and schools. So, again, I take my hat off to each and every one of you. At this time, I want to introduce the head coach for our North team. Again, football guy, been around a long time, knows a lot about the game of football, very respected in the state for what he's done over the years that he's coached, and just wanted to tell him thank you for all of his commitment that he has done towards the MAC. So at this time, I want to introduce Coach Patrick Schooler, the head coach for the North team.
Again, same thing, guys. It's an honor to be here. I want to thank the MAC and the MHSAA for hosting this event. It's a real honor. To be a coach in this game, to be a player in this game, it's an honor to be part of this group. After you get through playing, you'll understand how good and this game really is. So it's an honor to be the head coach in it. And you don't get here by just being a football coach. You get here by winning ball games, and you don't win ball games without great players. I've learned that in 19 years. If you don't have great players, you don't win. So I want to thank all my former players who's helped me to win a few ball games to be considered for this type of opportunity. I want to thank my great mentor coaches that I've had growing up. People I still call upon now with questions of just how to deal with certain opportunities. You can't deal with that without great coaches in your life. I want to thank my wife. As a football coach, it's tough for the wives in this profession. That they get hammered as much as we do, probably more than we do because they got to listen to it in the stands. So a great coach's wife is a blessing for sure. And the last one I want to thank is my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because without Him I wouldn't be here. I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed for this profession. And I hope that I'm doing honor to Him in what I do. So without further ado, I also want to thank the MAC committee, the MAC football committee. I'm blessed to be on that committee, and you get to see a lot of things behind the scenes of what really goes on with these all-star games and just in general in the football world. And I want to thank Lindsay and Sarah here, because Johnny's really good, but Lindsay and Sarah make it roll. If you have questions, you don't call Johnny, you call Lindsay and Sarah, and things happen. And I want to thank the coaches out there that actually submitted the players. It takes a little bit to get online and do all that and take trust, and your kid's going to act right. As coaches, we all love our kids and we all want them to do great, but to actually submit one for an all-star game is really special. And I want to thank the staff I got. This staff here has been great. We communicated, we watched film, we just sat down and talked football, and I told them when we first met that we're all going to be a big group now. We're all going to have a great time, and we're going to be friends because of this all-star game. Some of my best friends I've made in this profession have been through all-star game, and I still call them today when I need a film or need help with something. So you got to trust these people you work with and who take time out of their own jobs to come do this job. So now I want to introduce my coach, who's going to come. He's going to do our DBs and our quarterbacks and running backs from Center Hill, Coach Peacock.
I just want to thank Coach Schooler for picking me to the honor to coach in this game, coaching quarterbacks and running backs. The two quarterbacks we selected are Ty Davis from Itawamba Agricultural High School, 6'3", 203, coached by Clint Hoots, and then Vic Sutton from Madison Central, 6'2", 200, coached by Coach Toby Collins. And then the running backs, Jacoby Calvin, Clinton High School, 6 foot 225, coached by Judd Boswell. DeAndre Pullen, Madison Central, 5'9", 160, coached by Coach Collins again. Roman Gregory from Oxford High School, 5'11", 195, coached by Chris Cutcliffe. And then our tight end, Thomas Klein, Itawamba Agricultural High School, 6'1", 220, coached by Clint Hoots again.
All right, next up is going to be our DB coach, Coach Paulfus, Columbus High School.
Good morning. Such a privilege and an honor to be here, giving glory to God. Thank the MAC, MHSAA, Coach Schooler for the opportunity to coach into this game as well. Congratulations to the young men that were selected. because like everyone is saying, it's a great honor to be recognized by your peers as well as the coaches throughout the state. So for the defensive back that we have for the game this upcoming year, we have Jordan McKnight from Northside High School, 6'4", 185 defensive back, coached by Curtis Kemp. The next one we have Savion Freeman from Water Valley High School, 6 feet, 175 pounds, coached by Coach Brad Embry. Next we have Kelly Jones from Clarksdale High School, 6'4", 200 pounds, coached by Johnny Maddox Jr. Next we have Hemiar Naji from Columbus High School, 5'11", 165, coached by Joshua Puffers. Next we have Octavius Purnell from Holmes County Central, 6'3", 190 pounds, coached by Marcus Rogers. Next we have Elijah Ruffin from DeSoto Central, 6'2", 187, coached by Patrick Schooler. Next we have Tryson Booker from DeSoto Central, 6'3", 192, coached by Shelby Ford. And last we have Fred Adams from Tupelo High School, 5'10", 160, coached by Coach Ty Hart. Once again, thank you.
Next coach should be receiver coach Mario Young from Gentry High School.
I would like to say good morning to everyone. Hope all is well with everyone on this great, beautiful Wednesday morning. I have the opportunity to coach the receivers along with Coach Teddy Young from Noxubee, so I'm going to introduce 3 of the receivers, and he will introduce 3 of the receivers. I would like to thank the Mississippi High School Activity Association and MAC Committee for choosing me to be a part of this prestigious game, also along with Coach Schooler. So thank you all. The first receiver that we chose was Omarion Blakes, McEvans, 5'11", 181, coach Montrell Finley. The next receiver, Anthony Little, Jr., Noxubee, 5'11", 180, Teddy Young. The next receiver, Zion Ashby, Itawamba, AHS, 5'9", 180, Clint Hoops. That's the first set of receivers that we chose. Thank you.
Next coach will be Clint Hoots from Itawamba High School.
The rest of the receivers are going to have to wait. Sorry, guys. I want to thank the MAC and MHSA for giving me the opportunity to do this. It's always an honor to be able to come down here and represent my school, represent the North in this all-star game. And thanks to Coach Schooler for allowing me to come coach. Me and Coach Schooler have been best friends for 39 years. So it's a great opportunity for, special this year, we get to do it together. This year, linebacker group was really tough. There's a lot of good inside linebackers across the state, but this year's picks are Jaden Walker, Aberdeen, 6'2", 230, Coach Alex Williams. Tommy Kelly, Provine, 6'2", 225, coached by Timothy Wilson. Jace Mallard, West Point, 6', 200 pounds, coached by Chris Chambliss. DeTravion Parker, Grenada, 6'1", 215 pounds, coached by Ashley Kewen. Jalen Towns, Grenada, 6'1", 205, coached also by Coach Kewen. And Martavius Blackman from Oxford, 6'2", 212, coached by Chris Cutler. Thank you again.
Thank you.
All right, my next coach is going to be Brian Kelly, Kossuth High School.
Thank you, Coach Schooler. I get the pleasure to announce the offensive line for the North team. It was a hard process, especially with our coaching staff going together with it. But the first name is Trace Wagman, Kossuth, 6'3", 290. Bryson Kelly, Noxubee County, 6'2", 300. Jamarius Jenkins, Water Valley, 6'3", 315. Abel Tyler from Winona, 6'2", 340. And Paxton George from West Lauderdale, 6'2", 290. Zachary Simpson, West Lauderdale, 6'6", 300. Cam Williams from Clinton, 6'3", 285. And Colin Rayburn from South Haven, 6'4", 285. Thank you, guys.
Next up for D-line, Shannon Ruffin, Neshoba Central.
Good morning. First of all, I want to give thanks to Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, for this opportunity, as well as my head coach, Patrick Schooler, for selecting me off of his staff, which is a great honor, the MAC and the MHSAA for this opportunity, and also for conducting these games. Again, I get the privilege of coaching D-line. I watched a lot of film, and there's some really good D-linemen out there. Only problem was I can only select 8, and I tried to fight Coach Kelly for 9 and 10, but couldn't win. So anyway, without further ado, I'd like to introduce those guys. From Baldwin High School, Rodney Stewart, 6 foot 245, coached by Michael Gray. Cameron Mackey of Clarksdale, 6'4", 290, coached by Coach Johnny Maddox Jr. Alex Larry from Greenwood, 6 foot 295, coached by Clinton Gatewood. Chris Brown from Callaway, 6'2", 245, coached by Damian Brown. Joseph Head from Holmes County Central, 6'4", 225, coached by Marcus Rogers. Ian Jeffries from South Haven, 6'4", 270, coached by Coach John E. Stevenson. Tony Lucius from Starkville High School, 5'11", 265, coached by Chris Jones. And also from Starkville, coached by Chris Jones, is Eric Thomas. Thank you.
And now to round out the receiving group, Coach Teddy Young from Knoxville County.
Good morning. It's an honor to coach in this game. I want to say thank you to the association and the MAC. I'll be saying the last 3 receivers. We have Jakia Reed from Leak Central, 6'1", 175. Braxton Boone from Ridgeland, 6'1", 210. And Jalen York from Starksville, 5'11", 170. Thank you.
The last coach on staff is going to announce the specialty players we have. And that'd be Brock Clay, West Lauderdale High School.
Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody for the opportunity to be here. I want to thank MHSAA and the MAC, especially Coach Schooler. Not a lot of people have a whole lot to do with me, so I appreciate that. Also, I thought I was going to piggyback after what Coach Emery did and just be able to sit over there, but he didn't let me do that either. So, the kicker and punter is Jackson Ursulton. I'm sorry, excuse me. Hernando, 5'9", 150. The long snapper, Bo Holly, Neshoba Central, 6 foot 217. Thank you.
Now I'm going to round out the last 3. First one, we picked the athlete. Of course, he's what he is. He'll play a little bit everywhere. Troy Griffin from Gentry, 6'1", 182, coached by Mario Young. And then my last 2 I'm going to announce will be the 2 biggest ones we had to have all week will be our managers. First was Jimmy Grist from Tupelo, coached by Ty Harden, and then Peyton Gray from Neshoba Central, coached by Patrick Schooler. With all that said, guys, it's been an honor to coach. It's been an honor to work and find this team. An honor and sometimes a struggle, because there's a lot of players out there, and there's a lot of deserving players that didn't make it. And we'll keep echoing that out, but it is what it is. Feel privileged, to feel honored to be here, because it's a great honor to play in this game. So thank you. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Coach Schooler, on behalf of the MAC committee, are all 4 officiating districts represented?
Yes, sir.
Are all classifications 1A through 6A?
Yes, sir.
What about no more than 3 from any one school?
No.
Okay. All right, thank you. A great job, staff. You will notice that the North and South rosters have expanded to 45 this year. That's because Coach Justin Hollis of Myrtle made a recommendation to the football committee, and we passed it, and then it went to the MAC board, and they passed it to add 5 more slots for 1A, 2A, 3A players only. I think that's a great move, Coach Mims and the MAC committee.
Thank you. Again, we got one more team. We're going to call up Coach South team. If y'all would come up, North team, would y'all be swapping? Coach, while they're swapping with the media here, we do have about, I think it's 17, 18 of our Mississippi players that have come to the press conference. When we get through with this, we're going to ask each one of y'all to come up, introduce yourself, and what school you're from, where the media will know and see a face with y'all. They may want to do some talk with y'all after the meeting. We'll have some pizza and drinks for y'all to have to eat when we get done. But I just want to let everybody know we appreciate the players that have taken time, the coaches that have brought these players up to be commended for what y'all do. So players, at this time, we're going to introduce our head coach for our South team. I think everyone knows he's got a record that stands for himself. He's done a tremendous job where he's at. Again, he has qualified and done everything he was supposed to do to be able to be a head coach in this ball game. So at this time, I want to introduce the head coach for the South team from Oak Grove, Drew Causey.
Thank you, Johnny. It is a great honor to be able to coach in this game. This is my actually 3rd time to be able to coach in it. So, met a lot of great coaches being able to coach in this one. You get to spend a lot of time together, and it's just a blessing. First off, I want to thank the MHSAA, Mr. Neves, the MAC, Johnny, everybody that puts this game on. It's a lot of fun, and we look forward to having a good time down there. So first off, I'm going to start with the introduction of some coaches and let them introduce their players. I'm going to start with coaching our defensive backs, Coach Damon Gary from Hazelhurst.
I'd like to say good morning. Thank you to both associations for allowing me the opportunity to coach in this game. Appreciate you, Coach Causey, for also allowing me to. Some of the best coaches in the southern Mississippi region. I'll be announcing the defensive backs. Starting off with Douglas Nelson of Hazelhurst, 6'4", 205, coached by myself. Centario Willis, Hazelhurst, 6'2", 190, also coached by myself. Tyron Warren, Picayune Memorial, 6'5", 180, coached by Coach Cody Stogner. Malcolm Boykin, Hattiesburg, 5'10", 165, coached by Coach Tony Vance. Demarion Fillmore, Biloxi, 5'10", 180, coached by Coach Catlin French. And D.K. Jenkins of St. Martin, 5'11", 155, coached by Coach Ty Smith. Thank you.
All right, next will be our defensive coordinator and coaching inside linebackers, Coach Bobby Bass from Newton County.
Just excited to have the opportunity to do this again after doing it last year. It's just a great honor. The relationships that were made last year and the relationships that will be made this year, it's just a great honor to coach amongst some great coaches in the state of Mississippi. The process of finding linebackers, there's a lot of great linebackers in the state of Mississippi, so narrowing it down to the limit that we have is always a hard thing to do, is just like every other position. And also, Coach Beach is not here, who's also going to help with linebackers. He's got the flu. So I'm going to go through all the linebackers that were chosen this year. Starting off, Chancellor Barron, Mendenhall High School. DJ Cloyd, Columbia High School. Nikhil Trotter, Poplarville High School. Zachary Tillman, Florence High School. David Lewis, Gulfport High School. TJ Harvey, Oak Grove High School, and Keyshawn Thomas, Ocean Springs.
Next, coaching our defensive line will be Benji Merchant from Oak Grove High School.
Good morning. It's an honor to be here. I want to thank Coach Causey and both associations to be able to do this. It's a pleasure to be amongst you athletes and the coaches in this room. I got the D-line, very excited about this D-line. We got Zachariah Perotti from Scott Central, Jonathan Davis from Lawrence County, Tucker Smith from Poplarville, Mason Jenkins from West Jones, Kelton Michael from Petal, Mason Clinton from Petal, Tylen Cole from Meridian, and DeAndre Washington from Brandon. Thank you.
If we can't stop the run, we're going to blame Coach Merchant on that. Next, we'll have our offensive coordinator coaching the quarterbacks, Blake Pennick from Ocean Springs.
Thank you, Coach Causey. First time to get a chance to coach in the game. I'm really excited about it. I want to thank the MAC and the MHSAA for this opportunity. Thanks, Coach Causey, for selecting me to be a part of it, to get a chance to coach some of the best players in the state of Mississippi and in the south part of it. Was really a hard process. I'm introducing the quarterbacks and our running backs today, and we had a lot of great quarterbacks in the state of Mississippi and a lot of them in the south. And so it was a really hard process to kind of narrow it down, but I think we were able to do it and got some really good and explosive players in the backfield. Starting off with quarterback from Scott Central, Quez Goss, coached by Jeff Stockstill. All right, and then quarterback Caden Irving from Gaucher, coached by Mark High. Running back Anthony Ross from Bay Springs, coached by Dan Brady. Running back Javarius Walker out of Raleigh, coached by Ryan Higdon. And finally, running back Jarvis Durr from Brandon, coached by Sam Williams. All right, great. This is going to be a great group. Really excited about the game. Thank you.
All right, introducing our wide receivers and tight end, Coach Hunter, Justin Hunter from Pearl.
Thanks, Coach Causey. Just like all these guys said, just an extremely big honor for me to get to coach in this with these guys. Some of them I know really well. Others I'm looking forward to getting to know better. Thank you to MHSA and MAC and Johnny. And I want to thank Coach Russo. I know Coach Russo works really, really hard behind the scenes, like the clinic and all that. Did a really good job and always keeps us informed on everything. Get the opportunity to announce the wideouts. Man, some really, really, really good players we chose from, and it was really, really, really difficult. But I think we got some really, really good guys to get the ball to. Go to first up, Chasden Collins from Stone County, 5'9", 160. A.J. Phillips from Gaucher, 6 foot 175. O.J. Marshall from Terry, 6'2", 180. Trey Hall from Warren Central, 5'11", 175. Duran Parrish from Biloxi, 6'2", 170. J.P. Coulter from Ocean Springs, 6 foot 185. And Keelan Parnell from Pascagoula, 5'10", 185. And then our tight end we chose was from Brandon, DeCourier, Buchanan. Really, really good players. Really, really excited to coach these guys. Thank y'all so much for letting me be a part of it.
All right, coaching our offensive line will be Coach Ryan Keaton from Pelahatchie.
Good morning. Just like everybody else, I'm thankful for this opportunity. I appreciate everybody that had a hand in allowing me to be a part of this staff. I'm going to announce these offensive linemen. It's my experience that most of the time, most staffs, the offensive line coach is the smartest coach and also the best looking. So if you look up here, that's probably still true. First of all, we've got Luke Winstead from Sebastopol, 6'3", 310, coached by Keith Brown. Kane Edwards from Poplarville, 6'2", 290, coached by Jay Beach. Malik Ellis from Laurel, 6'5", 255, coached by Ryan Ernest. Casey Tynes, George County, 6'1", 265, coached by James Ray. Roscoe Tucker from Meridian, 6'5", 330, coached by John Douglas. Tanner Welch from Northwest Rankin, 6'8", 330, coached by Devin Cooper. Reed Grantham from Pearl, 6'2", 275, coached by Justin Hunter. Logan Walker from Oak Grove, 6'2", 290, coached by Drew Causey. Really looking forward to coaching this group of guys. If we score a bunch of points, it'll be because of the offensive line. If we don't, it'll be Coach Pennick's fault. So just look forward to it, and thanks for the opportunity.
All right, make sure I introduce this couple coaches. I know we already said Coach Jay Beach from Poplarville is not here. He's came down sick, so he had to miss today. Our scout coach, Sam Williams from Brandon. I've gotten to know Sam over the years, getting to coach in this game, and now getting to play against him. It's going to be a lot of fun having him around. So we're going to make him do a lot of stuff that week. So a couple last players to introduce. We've got two athletes, Tyreek Snow from Newton, Walter Owens from Mendenhall, and then our kicker / punter is Christian Baglion from Northwest Rankin. That rounds out the roster. The two managers we have, Gerald Webster from Oak Grove and Donovan Davidson, or as we call him, Coach D, from Oak Grove as well. So that's our roster, and we appreciate everybody. Again, thank y'all for everything, coaches, all the time y'all put in. We really appreciate it, and looking forward to a fun week.
Coach Causey, on behalf of the MAC committee, are all 4 officiating districts represented?
Yes, sir.
Are all 6 classifications represented?
Yes, sir.
And no more than 3 from one school?
No.
Thank you for all you do.
Again, let's give everybody a hand. Let's give all these players that have made it a hand throughout the state. Just a little cleanup work here. First of all, I'd like to thank Mississippi Sports Medicine, Elite Physical Therapy. They will be going with us, and we'll be spending the whole week with you guys down there to make sure we keep y'all healthy and keep you taped and whatever we need to do to try to get through this game as healthy as we can. I also want to do a shout out to C Spire for the support they give us throughout the year, not only with the All-Star football games, but all of our All-Star events. I want to say thank you to them. At this time, real quick, I want to bring up what I call the voice of the MAC, Russ Robinson. Russ is with Friday Night Under the Lights. If you're not familiar with him, he's our play-by-play guy. We'll be our play-by-play guy with our Mississippi-Alabama broadcast and our North-South broadcast, and he also hosts a call-in show on Friday night. So I'm going to let Russ say a few words.
Thank you, Johnny. You know, I was thinking about before I came up here why I got excited about Mississippi high school football, and it actually started back in '73 when I was a student at Mississippi College. Some of the guys said, hey, come on. You know, I came down from Ohio, and we were chasing guys like Archie Griffin and those kind of folks around, and we thought it was big-time football. So I came down here, and I thought, I just wonder how big this sport is down here. Someone said, you haven't lived until you've gone to a Clinton-McGee game over there. And I said, okay, let's go. Well, I found out how serious this game was when one of the players' fathers, who, Tim, you probably know, came out of the stands and hit the referee over the head with a stadium chair. And I found out how serious it was because they put the basketball team on suspension. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Anyway, I appreciate the opportunity to call this ball game, both of these ball games. It means a lot to me. As a matter of fact, that weekend will be game number 5,209, and the next game will be 5,210 for me. And I didn't know how long I was going to be around in this business. Some people heard me the first year that I did it and didn't think I'd be around for year 2. So you guys out there, if you want to do something, do it. Stay with it, and maybe you'll get to stay around as long as I do. I survived several interviews with Chris. You remember those up while I was doing your game up there, and got through some interviews with Chris. A great guy, great program. Good to have you, Chris, in this position. He's talking about the Scoreboard show, Friday Night Under the Lights. I found out how really people were into that. Of course, back when we started, everybody wanted to know if South Panola lost that night because they were on their 84-game run, and so they listened to the show, and everybody wanted to know if South Panola lost that night. So we just kind of grew and grew. But the night that I knew that people were serious about it was we were on the show, and a lady called in from McGee and was upset that the official had, I won't use her words, but had taken the game from McGee on a penalty that was called. The touchdown was called back. Well, I automatically knew it was going to be something like a block in the back. And so she was, by the way, I'll preface this by saying she was not feeling any pain whatsoever. Okay? They used to say 3 sheets to the wind. Okay? We don't have a delay system on the Scoreboard show, still don't, probably should. But I took the call, and boy, she was ranting and raving about how I won't be as descriptive as she was, but how the game was taken from them. And the guy that's behind the glass from me, my engineer, tapped on the glass and said, "Russ, the guy that made the call is on the phone." I thought, well, this should be interesting. Of course, I'm not going to give his name out. But I said, "Ma'am, what would you say to this guy if you had a chance to get in front of this guy about that penalty?" "Well, I did." I said, "It's a family show. What I want is I want him to explain the penalty, explain what he saw, and after he does that, if you want to say something, you can." So we bring him in. Of course, we don't tell him his name. And he says it was a block in the back. And he explained what a block in the back was. And then he explained who he saw commit the block in the back, which was her son, which had the touchdown called back. So after he got done with that, I said, "Ma'am, do you have anything that you need to say?" She said, "Well, I guess I owe that guy an apology." And right after that, I heard him, those little grooves you have on the side of the road now, so make sure you don't go off the side of the road. I thought, oh my God, somebody's been killed on this deal. I said, "Is everybody all right?" And the official said, "Russ, we so seldom get an apology, we ran off the road." And so I knew that the show had a lot of possibilities, and it has. And this year, we're 32 years old, and a lot of you coaches stay up with me on Friday night. You're not crazy about 11:45. I get it. I understand. But I've already figured out you're watching film for the next game anyway, so you're up. But you've been tremendous, and I really got to thank Ryan Higdon. And Ryan, are you here today? I don't know if Ryan's here today, but 2 Fridays ago, y'all know what kind of week Ryan had. He lost his mother on Monday. He lost his starting safety to death on Wednesday. And Ryan came on the show Friday night at 11:45. And he talked about what happened there in Raleigh. And I had so many people from the Raleigh area say it was a real healing process. And that's when a coach gets real, folks. When you go through when a coach goes through a week like that and he's willing to talk high school football, that's when it gets real. I want to just tell Johnny, one thing that we have found over the years, TV is great. TV is wonderful. But TV is losing steam. You know why? You can only get it one place. What we decided years ago, and I got with Johnny, and I said, "You know what, Johnny? Devices is what we want. TV can be there, it may not be there. We want devices. We want phones. We want iPads. We want computers. Not only can we track how many people are watching, but they can watch in so many areas. How many people in that December area who are doing Christmas cantatas or Christmas shopping or whatever have time to sit down and watch a 3-hour football game. Very, very few. So we decided to do that, and this year's games, both of them, will be carried on Friday night underthelights.com, which had 11,666 people watch the game last year on that. Then we have the app, the Funnel app. Then we're on the Mac website. We'll also be on Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV. You should see how good you guys look on Apple TV. It's really good. Facebook, and this year we've added YouTube. So if you can't get this game this year, you're under a rock somewhere, okay? And we wanted to give you the best publicity that we can give you. One of the ways we can do that is from starting Friday night, we're going to be talking to one of the coaches that are in this ball game, and we're going to put the list of all you players that made the teams on the website so that people can go and see it. But we want to talk to a lot of you coaches, so I will be giving you all a call, and sure would like to talk to you about that quarterback you got down there that barely can play the game, okay? So we'll be giving you a call, and I just appreciate what you guys do for me in my show, and this is our 32nd year to do this show. With that, want to thank, and by the way, you need to know that if it's on a device, it's on every Buffalo Wild Wings and all these sports places all over the state watching these games. So do your best in the ball game. Thanks to Johnny. He did allow me to be, should I tell him? Honorary? An honorary captain for the Bernard Blackwell game. So if you guys need some tips, I don't mind punting on second down. It doesn't bother me. But if you need some tips, you get a little tight in the game, call on me. I'll be there. I'll be calling the game. But it's quite an honor to be selected that, and I think it's. I'm writing a book right now, and I think you're all going to want a lot of you in it, called Running into Overtime, and I should have it ready by the spring. Thank you, Johnny, for everything.
Thank you, Russ. At this time,
hang on, Johnny. I need every coach that's in the game. I've got a blue sheet down here. I need your name, your school, your email, and your phone number. I really need that. So before you leave, please come down and sign that.
again, thank you, Russ. At this time, this is the closing of it. I'm going to ask all of my Mississippi players if y'all would come kind of to the front. I'm going to get y'all to introduce yourself and the school you're from. So, Coach Cutka, can you help me come down here and organize this real quick? Guys, if everybody would come kind of on this side of the room real quick. Let me go around and see if I can.
Yes, sir. I will. Thank you very much. Hey, Rich, how you doing? There you go, bud. You keeping Russell under control up there? I'm trying. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Name, position, and school.
I'm Jalen Abram. I'm a safety from Oak Grove.
There you go. Come back this way. Thank you, John. Name, position, and school.
I'm J.Q. Gray, running back from Oak Grove.
Thank you, sir. Name, position, and school.
Malachi P. defensive end from Marshall.
Y'all talk a little louder in that phone, in that microphone.
My name is Jordan Gowdy. I play linebacker at West Lauderdale High School.
Name, position,
My name is Mac Howard. I play quarterback at Oxford High School.
Alex Sanford, linebacker, Oxford High School.
Jameers Brown, defensive end, Moss Point High School.
I'm Bray Hubbard, quarterback, Ocean Springs. Bart Emerson, kicker for Ocean Springs.
Greyhound.
Zidane Kelly, DB, Pittsburgh.
Jaleel Fleming, free safety for Pittsburgh.
Caleb Bryan, D-line, Pittsburgh.
Isaiah Spencer, wide receiver, Madison High School.
Jake Norris, tight end, Madison Central. Griffin Birch, O-line, Clinton High School.
Luke Rogers, O-line, Brandon High School.
Quindarius Jones, safety, Meridian High School.
Lester Miller, receiver, Brandon High School.
Congratulations, guys.
Guys, y'all give these players a hand right here. Again, that's the conclusion of our media banquet. I've got some pizza and drinks back there for everyone. If all staffs would see me before they leave, y'all have a good night. Thank you.
We'll have rosters and notes up here for you. Got your rosters, Johnny?